Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And did you know that in 1958, in December, the first Candlelight Processional was held at Disneyland, and Katie's mic was almost not on. Yay for jumping across the room. And
you still would have heard me.
but
I'm just that loud.
It's the days you miss having a producer in the room, because I was like, oh wait, the light's not on. Yes, that's super exciting.
This is the quality content that 100,000 people have signed up to see.
As I almost biff it into that. Yeah, all right. As a couple of you have mentioned, we did hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank all of you for helping make that happen. And we will have more about that in the near future. What? Oh, Katie's getting emotional about 100,000 subscribers.
Why would you even say that?
Oh, okay. I won't. So what should people do, Katie?
You should go to here. You should subscribe at youtube.com/dabsmagic or wherever you are. I don't know, but subscribe here. You should go to patreon.com/dabsmagic. It's also called Dabs Magic HQ. Pretty fun. It's our little secret layer. If you scan that QR code, takes you to Dabs Magic HQ. You should also go in the comments and say some things, because we have a segment towards the end of the show called Comments.
Assuming we have comments.
I mean, if you guys don't say anything, we don't say anything.
Then the show ends early.
We all just stare at each other.
There we go. All right. But right now we're going to talk about Muppets.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man.
I think it was a good week for the Muppets. This week, the Muppet of the Week was Ma Bear, which is, of course, Fozzie Bear's mother. And I thought that was a fantastic choice for this week, for the Muppet of the Week. What did you think?
Yeah, it was a good choice. Do we have 3 more?
Something like that. I'm sure somebody will say.
Don't know. But Gloria Estefan is still my choice. I think I think Ma Bear is great. Love her. Still think it's really weird that this is like the final stretch of Muppets. Sorry, Indiana was staring at me with like weirdly human eyes. But yeah, I don't know. I think I expected the final stretch to be like
big names or something. So here's what I'm going for this week. I even got a picture. I want the country trio with Jim Henson.
So it's Jim
crew.
and Jerry, and who's the third?
I'm spacing at the moment. Why would you ask that question?
I'm so sorry for asking. Heaven forbid. I know. Okay, click Jim, Frank, and Jerry.
There you go.
Of course it was Frank. Why would I even doubt that it was
Absolutely.
Frank? Ma Bear should have been Mother's Day, but you're not in charge. Correct. And yes. Okay, so
it's true. The chances are getting less, but also greater each week.
While we're talking about the Muppets, I still say Gloria Estefan. While we're talking about the Muppets, remember that clip I showed you of Ariana Grande where she gets really dodgy talking about the Muppets? Turned out that she was bidding in the Muppets auction, and she didn't want to say what she was doing because she didn't want people to outbid her.
That's fair.
Like that clip where she goes, and yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it turns out that she was a part of the auction and just didn't want to say, I'm going after this thing, so that people would specifically try.
That is very smart. Like, I wouldn't do that either.
And you know what? Good for her. Good for Miss Grande. What did she get?
Muppets would be good.
No.
Why would they technically? I guess they are Muppets, though.
They're Muppets. They're literally in a Muppet movie.
Yeah, that's... I don't know. Like, I
also think the Muppets version of Rainbow Connection is really fun.
Like, the Muppets really just are Muppets. Yeah, but they just need to be redeemed.
They're the Las Vegas strip version.
So this is a good question from Itzy. Is Elmo a Muppet?
Yes.
Technically, yes. Yes, Elmo is a Muppet, as is all of the other Sesame Street.
Big Bird.
I will finish this. Because Jim Henson created all of them and built them many, many, many years ago. But there's 2 families of Muppets, sadly. There's a Sesame Street family, and then there's the Muppets family, which both have Muppets. They both have Muppet performers. They just can't sit on the same side of the street anymore.
also created by Jim Henson, but not considered a Muppet.
The Fraggles.
Fraggles.
It's so fun.
Or Labyrinth, or
which are not really Muppets.
But they were created by the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah, it's a petty argument. I agree with Chris.
Yes, and Kermit, correct. Kermit used to be the line between. When was the last time Kermit was on Sesame?
Very long. Well, before Disney purchased them.
Well, so pre-2010.
Like it's been a while, and there used to be some crossovers and some fun things, and there was like Muppet Family Christmas that everybody came together, and like there's been moments where you see the whole family come together, and I personally think Disney should figure out the legalistics, and Sesame Street should figure out the legalistics to make that happen more often. Maybe it's Netflix, probably not.
Well, no, doesn't Netflix own Sesame now?
No, they broadcast it.
Yeah,
they have the
I don't know what's
streaming rights or whatever it is. But the point being is, I think they should figure out the logistics, because I do think both of them bring different elements to the table. Of Disney has fantastic production value. Sesame Street right now, I think, is killing it with their writing, and I would like to see more.
Forks Out was incredible.
Yeah,
I also think like Abby Cadabby could be super fun with the Disney Muppets.
There's a ton that could be really fun. I think there's and the funny part is, you think of how many workers cross over, like Muppet performers and whatever, but
Wranglers.
Who knows?
The other.
Yeah.
I would love, this is so off topic, I would personally love to go to Sesame for like a day and just watch everything unfold.
Or Muppet Studios. I'd be okay with either.
Well, also that,
but yes, both of them would be
I would
cool.
just sit there and be like, wow.
All right, now that we've talked about Muppets, let's talk about ducks. That is right. It is time for the Geekmas Duck of the week, which means we bring a rubber ducky out for
Speaking of Sesame,
the Geekmas celebration. Yep, they're the one. This week's rubber ducky is a pineapple rubber ducky. I don't know if you can see him. There we go. Let's see if it squeaks.
Oh, don't flip it upside down.
A little bit better.
Don't flip it upside down.
Okay. I don't know. But anyway, it is going. I don't know what's going on, but it's going to go on the tree. Hopefully it stays there.
Friend. What is this duck's name?
We do need a name for the duck, so let us know in the comments. We'll return to that.
The way people treat the Muppets as real people is how I feel about Elmo. First of all, they are real people.
I've met Elmo.
He has.
It was pretty incredible.
That's what Taylor Frank.
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, this is our duck of the week. And let us know, Whip. We've got I like that.
Okay.
Whip.
For
pineapple. Dole Whip. Yeah.
Fun fact. Did you know that the Magic Mirror's first appearance, he was hawking Coca-Cola?
That is not accurate, but first live action appearance. Yes.
I was goofing. Whip is a fun name.
Fjord.
Fjord, as in
pining for the fjords.
For the fjords.
I like that too.
That's really good.
All right. We have 2 votes for Whip though. So keep voting in the comments and we'll decide by the end of the show. And we'll see what happens, I guess. Right? Sure. New things this week. We got a new magic key. The thing nobody was expecting. It's a new magic key.
It is new.
It's the Explore magic key. It's replacing Enchant.
Yes.
So we will have another
E.
Hopefully we can remember that it's the second from the bottom. Is that right?
It is.
So it's
already, when you said, hey, the Enchant key is going away, I literally turned and went, which one's that?
Yes. So Explore is replacing Enchant. Yes. And with the Explore, you get to pay a little bit more, not a lot more. It's like $25 more or something. Mm-hmm. And then you get to go to Pine Quackle. I vote for that one, actually. There's 2 and 2 now. So then for the $25 more, you get to go to Disneyland in a couple of the days in June and July that you normally wouldn't during the week, because you're generally blocked out.
What about January and February?
I don't know.
So no January, February.
Oh, you're doing a bit. I got it. Yeah.
Shine on.
But what do you think of tweaking the program, adding a new?
I think it's great for a more accessible option. I also think, and this is where the math doesn't work for me, when you're paying for parking full price, the passes just don't make sense for me. If someone's dropping you off, sure.
Well, if you're in a group too,
Or
sharing a car,
sure.
because you could be splitting up the price, or you could be going with somebody that has the parking and you don't.
So it goes Imagine, Enchant, Dream, Inspire? Belief,
or Dream. Yeah.
Isn't
I don't
there-
know.
I don't know. I have
It's
to be
confusing.
so honest. There's a lot of adjectives. I do think it is a good option. I know some people that are in that realm of they're in the Enchant key. And so I think the Explore key will be something that is like,
It was Belief.
what did I say?
Something else.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
Believe in holiday magic.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that there are more options. And I think that you are correct in the fact that they had to do this instead of just opening up reservations for
Actually, that wasn't my logic.
Oh, really? Do tell.
My logic is they were going to change the Enchant key, but you can't do that without changing the contract. And to avoid a lawsuit, they had to change the name and change the program.
Well, yes.
So I think anytime we see changes in the future, we're going to see a completely bye-bye and a hello to something new.
What I was saying.
Okay.
Also, I just got called out over text message, and the person said they won't put it in the chat, and I respect that. But I did just say those were all adjectives. Those are not adjectives. I'm so sorry. I would like to publicly apologize. My notes app apology will be up on Twitter later. I said imagine, inspired, dream. Those are not adjectives.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
There we go.
I
think Chris is right where he says to sell the key during the summer when normally would be 100% blocked and not sellable, kind of the same thing. I do think it's interesting that they're opening up more dates in the summer, because really that's what this is about.
Yes.
Is getting more people in from a lower level pass during dates they normally blocked out, which says to me there weren't enough people last year, which makes me wonder what they're expecting for this year. And are we going to see other changes in the future? Like,
I mean, this also goes into the realm of the fact that we're seeing concierge on the Disney Cruise Line 10% discounted. Yes, the key tiers are also confusing to us. Fun fact.
But continue your thought.
We are seeing a lot of things that normally aren't discounted be discounted. And so the fact that this is opening up blockout dates is kind of the closest thing that they get to.
Well, and there's discounts. So you think of the Southern California thing going on this year, which you basically can get in for $50 a day for the spring, which is kind of ridiculous. There's some good hotel deals. They're not doing any deals on parking right now, but such is life.
Have they ever done deals on parking?
No, I was being facetious.
No, hold on.
I would be the day they do a deal on parking is the day I'm very concerned for the Walt Disney Company. Like that would be.
That's the day we started GoFundMe.
That would be very concerning. But it will be interesting to see what happens with this. Does it stay for next year? Like, are there fewer or more blockout dates next, like 2027 being next year for the Explore key?
Can I say the thing that hopefully everyone's thinking?
What?
I would love to see reservations go away.
I think we'd all love to see reservations go away. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I agree. I don't think it's going to happen. Or at least I'd like to see an adaptation of the Walt Disney World system of like pass holders don't need a reservation after 2 p.m.
Sure. I don't know. Like, I think there's too many people close by. I think it's kind of an all or nothing thing here for us.
Get it.
And I would love to see them go away, because I do think they add a level of stress for the guest that I don't think Disney has fully quantified how much, because I've been helping people from out of town recently come to the parks that haven't been ever or for years. And the general consensus always is the headache to get there. Once they're there, they're having fun. And I'm like, I would think Disney'd want to get rid of the whole headache, but I don't know. What do I know? I think we're stuck with them. So it's kind of just and it could be worse, I guess.
Well,
But they're not my favorite. I don't know. Like they're not.
I just don't like.
I think there's other ways to get what you want out of reservations without doing or being as strict for reservations, perhaps.
Okay.
All right. We have learned when the 70th Entertainment will be returning for next spring, which includes Paint the Night, which includes that wonderful 70th Cavalcade, Mickey and Minnie and all of them in their fun 70th outfits, which we should note their holiday outfits are 70th outfits. Like they have references to the 70th celebration, which is very fun if you look closely at them. So we now know that on January 8th, Wondrous Journeys returns. That's also the day that the 70th outfits return. January 9th, the day after, is when the Cavalcade returns. We have to wait till January 30th for Paint the Night to resume.
What the heck?
I know. The 70th also goes through August 9th, which we mentioned last week, but that's okay. What do you think about the return dates, and what are you most looking forward to, and why is it Paint the Night?
And why is it Paint the Night?
Why is it Paint the Night?
You know me so well.
I think I know everybody. So I think that's what, like, the Cavalcade's fun. Outfits are fun. It's all about Paint the Night.
I think we all like to sing. I'll explain that reference to you later. It's okay. No, Paint the Night's just magical. And I think that there is something about, yes, the fireworks are a kiss goodnight, but I think there's something really nice about a nighttime parade. And you know what? Disneyland had the right idea in the 80s. A nighttime parade post fireworks.
You mean the 70s?
The 70s?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense from how old EP is. Sorry, I just remember the documentary I watched in Opera House that was like they were all in very 80s attire. Yeah, I think that Paint the Night is something that keeps guests around longer. It makes the post firework exodus not so bad because people are staying a little bit later for a second parade. And Paint the Night is also an encapsulation of magic, in my opinion.
I just think it's fun.
Okay, that never mind. I guess forget everything I said.
I see Caleb's hoping that after the 70th anniversary, we get the original World of Color. I would love the original World of Color back. I love that idea. I would love World of Color back and Season of Light. No, Winter Dreams back.
Okay, but like
Winter Dreams is the original one, right? Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Or am I thinking Season of Light? I'm switching to two in my brain.
So am I.
I want
actually,
the first
the original's
one.
Luminaria.
I want the one with the choir.
That was funny.
I know, but I want the one with the choir.
Light. I'm pretty
okay. Season
sure.
of Light. So my initial thought was correct.
If Disney said, "Hey, we're done with these celebrations. We are bringing back World of Color original," I would probably sell my soul.
You wouldn't have to. You just need to get a reservation.
For a reservation is what I would sell my soul for.
You could just get the reservation and go on in.
I love World of Color original.
Speaking of reservations, there were 0 of them for this last weekend because everybody was camping out to see Candlelight. Actually, not that many people were camping out for Candlelight. There weren't that many spots this year. There were fewer standby spots, but Benjamin Bratt was the Candlelight narrator this year. He was a lot of fun. And we were at the park before park opening each day, stood there for about 11 hours each day in total. I figured in 48 hours, I spent 22 of them at least standing in Town Square. It was fantastic and my feet feel great. But this year, there were some things that were different than in Candlelight. There was slight modifications to the script. I thought they were good modifications. It made things flow a little bit smoother. The big changes, though, is operationally in Town Square. I thought more or less everything ran very smoothly, from how they set up chairs to how the guest control worked, especially the special events people. My one complaint is they did get rid of more standby viewing so that they could help people move easier around Town Square. And I honestly don't know that that was the best move, mainly because there's so few decent standby viewing anyway. And when you get rid of, I don't know, a quarter of that, a third of that, and then make most of the standby viewing behind trees, I don't know. I that makes me feel a little bit but what was available was handled very well. I thought it was handled very kindly by the cast members. In fact, you could tell that there was a lot of effort put into the culture of cast members and how they interacted with guests. And so there was just very pleasant interactions throughout the weekend, which is fantastic. I didn't hear a single person yell, "Stay to your right." I didn't hear anybody saying you can't go. Like there just wasn't that panicked shouting that sometimes you get in other years. And I get it, because you want to stick with like, oh, this is our system. And when it's not the system, that can get stressful. But clearly people had planned for that. And they're like, oh no, we're gonna treat people nicely no matter what. And I thought that was a huge win for Disney. The team was fantastic. The performances were fantastic. I thought it was one of the best years musically. And Benjamin Bratt was fantastic as well. And the soloists were great too. What was your favorite part of Candlelight?
Noche de Paz is probably one of my favorite parts. Mainly because like everyone singing together is so magical.
And I actually thought Benjamin Bratt's introduction of it was better than most years. And I don't know if that was intentional or if he's like, I know this, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Because it almost felt like I know this and I'm going to say it, as opposed to sticking exactly to script.
No, and I agree. But there is something to me, like a Silent Night is kind of towards the end of Candlelight, of the official ceremony, and when everyone sings together,
it's very pretty.
Is beautiful. And to me, it's what Christmas is about, is like this, everyone singing, whether they're good or they're bad or what have you.
It's kind of like an Elf when they all sing "You Better Watch."
No,
but actually, it is. It's the Hallelujah chorus. Like both have those those come together moments that are a lot of fun.
Because the best way to spread Christmas cheer
is singing loud for all to hear. It's so true. It's like Fat Cat all those years too. Anyway, it's fantastic. We've got videos of both nights up. You can check them out on the YouTube channel. And if you don't want to miss them, and if you haven't done it yet, you can help us get to, I don't know what's next. Is it 1 million?
It's 1 million.
Oh my. So we're 1/10 of the way there. We just reached one level and now we have a much bigger level to go. All right.
Let's appreciate the level we're at.
We are appreciating it. Last night we went to a concert called Jolly Holiday with Noah. This is Noah and me.
I've heard of him.
I have too. And he put on one of the most unique and fun holiday concerts that you could ask for. And I will say this, because you go in and you're like, and he addressed it at the beginning of the concert. He's like, you're coming into this concert, you hear the same holiday tunes at every concert, and you're not going to hear any of them. He switched to. And I thought that was fantastic. And so what he did was a tour of holiday Disney music from the beginning of Disney to today, all across the company. Whether it was Disney, whether it was what is it, 20th Century that does Amphibia?
No, that was Disney.
Yeah, but who produces it? I'm not sure that's an actual Disney.
It was Disney Channel.
Yeah, but who produces? Okay,
Girl,
I'm not sure who either. Phineas and Ferb, Muppets, all of that, and they were all over the place, and it was a fantastic night. It had even some really fun special guests, whether it was Caitlin Robrecht, the voice of Minnie Mouse, or Dan Povenmire, the voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz, who also happened to do what, Katie?
What do you mean do what?
What did he do?
Sing.
There we go.
As
What did he
Dr.
sing? There we go. Thank you.
I Really Don't Hate Christmas.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was hilarious. Very nice guy.
I actually lost my marbles.
One of the highlights of the night was actually after the show when he was hanging out with the Marines, because there was a Toys for Tot fundraiser thing, bring your toys, whatever. And he was playing with a Perry the Platypus with the Marines, a Marine hat on them and taking a picture. Or a Marine hat on Perry, taking a picture.
Great story.
Absolutely fantastic.
Daps After Dark.
So and it was great. And then we also had, I'm forgetting his name, the Jungle Cruise skipper. That was fantastic. They wrote a new song. And
it was Noah and Kevin wrote a new song.
Yes, but they performed the new song.
Yeah.
And then they also had Santa and the Ghost of Christmas Present and Gonzo show up. So,
oh my gosh, it was incredible.
Fantastic. Great show, great night. If you get a chance, go see Noah. We will have an article with more details up on it probably tomorrow morning. We will see.
Can't believe what you didn't mention.
What's that?
There was a penguin.
There was a penguin puppet. Yes, it didn't have a name though, and so I kind of, and it wasn't actually part of the show. Like it was just there before the show. So yeah, it was great. All right, we got also this week news about Portos. The construction for Portos has begun. We also got new concept art, which you can see right here, which shows a lovely seating area that's indoor, outdoor, I'm going to call it. And I am looking forward to not only going to Portos on a normal day, but seeing Portos on a rainy day, because I think it will be hilarious. What do you think of the new Portos?
How much of the building do you think they're actually going to demolish?
All of it.
Okay.
This is a new building.
Even though so much of the footprint's the same?
It's a much bigger footprint.
Well, yes, but
I don't see any way you keep the other building.
Okay. I guess when I'm not seeing scale, I can't really speak to this. I am excited. The thing I'm most interested in is like how much are they going to be charging for like the potato cheese ball thing?
Who knows?
Don't know.
But what do you think of the concept art?
I think it's pretty.
Good.
I think it fits in specifically with the Grand Californian. And
I know. I like that.
That to me is what's important for Downtown Disney, because
cohesiveness.
Well, yeah, something that Downtown Disney does not know the definition of. But everything should fit with Grand Californian Hotel and Spa as a centerpiece. So everything should fit into that realm. And I think that this concept art, if executed the exact same way, or even close to the same way the concept art shows, I think it's going to do very well.
I think it looks pretty. It'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait for it to rain. What I'm really excited about, though, is Star Wars is coming back to theaters, and it's the Star Wars that was seen in 1977, but it's been cleaned up. And I think this is the best gift that they could give Star Wars fans for the 50th anniversary. Because this is the Star Wars I grew up watching.
You know what that means, baby? Means that the open or the
it'll just say Star Wars.
It's just gonna say Star Wars.
Yeah, the crawl. Like that's
the
incredible.
Crawl will only say Star Wars. It will not say Episode 4. Okay.
Stick with Star Wars. We'll come back to that.
Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be very exciting. There's not gonna be any McClunky. There's not. I think McClunky is the most insane thing of the edits. I'm so sorry. Oh, and there is Chris Glass saying McClunky. Yeah, I have never seen Star Wars in its original format.
Which is crazy to me, because that's the one I grew up with. That's the one we recorded off TV that you would watch and rewatch and watch and watch over and over and over again. And I remember seeing the 97 edit, I think it was, and just being like, huh. Because it was technology that really hadn't been revealed yet. And I've never fully thought it completely worked.
I have a question. And I have a question.
Go quickly, because we're almost out of time.
I have a question as somebody who's only 29. So obviously it didn't say Star Wars, or it didn't say Episode 4, A New Hope. What did Empire and Return of the Jedi say when they were first in theaters?
They said The Empire Strikes Back.
But did it say Episode 5?
I think so.
Really? They'd already decided that early?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's what I remember.
I guess.
This is one movie I really can't wait to see in theaters, and I really hope that this version ends up on Disney Plus or a release or something, because I just think that'd be a fantastic thing. Finally, also Star Wars news: Thomas Newman will be writing, I should say, composing. There's the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
The music for Star Wars Starfighter, which I think is interesting and also potentially really good. Because I guess I'm getting stuck a little bit, because you know him from Finding Nemo, Wall-E, Saving Mr. Banks, Shawshank Redemption. Like, he's got a lot of different stuff he's done, but I don't necessarily think of him as an action movie writer, like a sci-fi action.
Yes, that's fair. Wall-E's kind of sci-fi.
Yeah, but the vibe is very
Yes.
ethereal and
I
relaxing.
don't know the music for Shawshank off the top of my head, if I'm being completely honest.
Mhm.
I do know the music for Nemo. I'm
Saving Mr. Banks. It's beautiful. Like everything he writes is gorgeous.
yes.
I don't think the Star Wars theme when I think of Thomas Newman.
No. And they've said that they will not be using John Williams cues.
Kind of.
They said
Kind of.
okay. Sure.
Reading further into the interviews, I'm like, yeah, you just said you're not reusing the music. It sounds like they're gonna still do nods. I would not be surprised at all if we hear John. We will see. I'm gonna
We will see.
yes, I'm gonna reserve judgment on that because I just feel like they've already backtracked on that. Yeah, we'll see.
Sure. I'm excited. It's yeah. John Favreau did both Iron Man and Elf, so you never know. That's so true. Yeah, I really don't know what to think about this. Mainly because in my world, if you write good music, yay, good music. You obviously have a much more analytical music brain, and so you're like,
I just think his music generally is stuff that's very relaxing and pretty. And
Finding
when I
Nemo
think
is the most relaxing Pixar score.
very much so. And when I think of Thomas Newman, I think of that vibe. When I think of John Williams, I think Indiana Jones, Star Wars. I think more adventure,
Fanfare.
uplifting, energetic. Like it's really
think of
pushing
the
you forward.
Olympics.
Yeah, that's a good example. And so I will be curious. Like it'll be interesting to see what the vibe is, and the music changes the vibe of the movie so much. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be very interesting to see. All right, it is time for that part of the show where we go to
Comments.
That's right, it's time for comments. If you have any comments you'd like us to respond to, put them in the comments. Mhm.
I have something I would like to say.
Oh, okay.
Today at work, I found out that we played the main title for Elf, which was very exciting. And I went, I know this song. And I couldn't place why I knew it because, to be fair, when you work in the place that I do, you can't immediately place things either. And so I ran over to the music app and I said, let me see what this is. And I had three separate people go, Katie, this is Home Alone. And I went, no, it's not. And then it was Elf because
Elf is a very good. It's got a good theme.
That's not Home Alone. Are you kidding me?
No, it's not even close.
Home Alone is this very like haunting. Tiana,
I think it's very classic Christmas, but yes. How is Elf the musical? I don't actually know Elf the musical, so I'm not sure I can help to that. Katie, respond to my comment about Downton.
I would love to.
Disney,
I was
go
cut
for
off.
it. Was that up higher up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was cut off from responding to it.
This one?
She may not have cohesion, but she has a product of DCA 1.0. Correct. And you know what DCA 1.0 was good at? Being insane. I say as I look at a map of DCA 1.0. You know what the overarching theme of DCA 1.0 is? Mess. We have sorry, I'm just looking at this here. Let's just go into the lands. Paradise Pier. That's not really a theme. It was kind of like a wooden pier
Santa Cruz.
Beachside attraction. Sure.
Santa Monica, whatever one you want to pick.
And then there is that Golden State?
Golden State.
Cool. I can't see from here.
So Camarillo.
So Golden State is what is now like the wharf.
Kind of, but it's also the entrance to Cars Land, and like Golden State really is entrance to Cars Land, entrance to Avengers Campus back in the day.
That's also the wharf though, because that's
but that's that whole area.
Yeah. And then you also have Hollywood Pictures backlot, which is Muppets.
Hollywood. It's still. Oh, well, that part's not there.
It is Muppets. It is.
So that's like Hollywood.
what is crap? I can't think of what it's called. Blast. It's Blast. That's what I was looking for. It's Blast. It is Superstar
Well, Step
Limo.
in Time first, wasn't it?
Was it Step in Time and then Blast?
Mm-hmm.
You were actually alive for that. I was alive for this. I shouldn't say that. I was alive for DCA 1.0. Don't really have any memory of it. What's crazy to me is like the middle and the bottom part, they literally went, I don't know, man. Because that's
See, I kind of disagree. I actually do think that California Adventure, when it opened, did represent California pretty well. The problem is the focus of what it represented. It's different parts of California. Like it's the problem is what it represented, or the way they represented it was not necessarily Disneyfied enough. And I think if they'd have leaned more into the Disney representation of California, it could have been better, as opposed to saying, let's make some really big walkways and really big stores. And instead of running away from Disney, because what's more Disney than California, run towards it. Or what's more California than Disney, I should say.
I would like to say I agree with Chris. We do need more water play areas.
Yes.
We literally were talking with a friend the other day about the SS Rossworthy.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like sitting and we are like, well, that's where the SS Rossworthy was. And this is where, like, I think the SS Rossworthy was a lot of fun. I also think Bugsland had a great splash pad. Something that really doesn't exist in DCA anymore. Which is a shame. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at things that don't exist anymore. Like Maliboomer, Orange Stinger, the Sunwheel, Muppet Vision.
I mean, most of it doesn't exist anymore. If you're gonna
sad. The only thing there's
the Little Creek in Redwood.
Yeah.
We can throw the ducks. Speaking of ducks.
I thought you were gonna say the only thing left that is in its original form. Anyone?
Jumpin' Jellyfish.
Jump Jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think that attraction's ever gonna go anywhere.
I'm not gonna put any money either way.
So I don't know because the footprint's so small.
You never know.
Who's
all
to
right.
Say? I would like to talk about DCA 1.0, which has I was just talking. Ooh, that got close. I was just talking about that new attraction poster. Mandarin peels look like the Orange Stinger. Yeah. But did it have bees inside of it? That was the part of Orange Stinger that made no sense.
There you go.
Inside. There's no one in here but the bees.
Mm-hmm.
Another attraction that doesn't exist anymore. Yes. I actually saw your comment about the height chart thing. Yeah, I really like the Jumpin' Jellyfish poster.
All right. What should people do, Katie?
Oh, you should go to dapsmagic.com. You personally should check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. You should subscribe to our mailing list so you are a part of all the Disney and positive stuff as it happens. And also go to patreon.com/dapsmagic. We've got a show in like 5 minutes. That is
we'll see how quick we can turn it around.
There's a post show for this show called Daps After Dark.
There you go. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of videos going up. I think I'm going to put individual songs up from Candlelight. Let me know if you like that idea in the comments, and we may or may not do that. But I do recognize people like specific songs, and that might make life easier. So we might make that happen. We've also got a lot of holiday stuff still to go up, including, I believe, Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies and some other fun stuff. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you round the corner.
Bye.